You're listening to Homeschool Unrefined. I'm Marin.
And I'm Angela. Let's encourage each other, laugh, and get real about homeschool. Welcome to the podcast where we keep homeschool simple, real, and fun. You've got episode 77, Summer Mode, Boredom, Rhythm, and Reading.
Yes, we are very excited to start our summer series.
Yeah.
Right now. Thank you all for being here today. We are so glad to know you. Some of you who have reached out to us or you're in our group, our Facebook group. We're just so glad you're here.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to let you know we are going to be recording throughout the summer. So you've got us in your earbuds all summer.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing kind of a little trade-off every week. We're going to be doing every other week. We're going to do this series called Summer Mode.
Yep.
And then every other week on the off weeks, we'll be doing, we're going to be talking about nature.
Yep. And we're going to be reading a book called How to Raise a Wild Child by Scott Sampson.
Right.
And you are welcome to follow along with us with that book or not. You do not have to read the book.
Right.
We're just going to be talking about the different nature things that he talks about in that book.
Yeah. And because we really wanted to read the book, and this is the perfect time to be talking about nature because that's what we're hoping to do more of this summer is to get out there in nature. So, and it'd be a great summer read for all of us.
Right. Yeah. We usually try and do a book club type thing in the summers, but this isn't, I didn't want to call it a book club. It's not really a book club because you don't have to read it. You can just listen in on us while we talk about it.
Right. Or it could be one of those book clubs where you just come for the wine and cheese.
Yeah.
And just like
totally
socialize. That's
come
what you
for
can
the
do.
Socializing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so on the other weeks, like this week, our format is going to be a little bit different in the summer. We're going to talk about what's going well, what we need to tweak. We're going to do a self-care check-in.
Yes, which is so important in the summer because it gets crazy.
Yep.
And sometimes we forget about ourselves.
Right. And then we will probably do a listener question each week too.
Yeah. So if you have a good question,
we'd love to hear it.
Yeah, send us a message or ask us in our Facebook group, which we would love. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, please do. We would love for you to be a part of that. We're having some good discussions in there.
We are. So it's called Unrefined Homeschoolers. So you can just search for that on Facebook. And if you do request to join, there's one question you have to answer. So don't forget that part too.
Right, exactly. Also, just wanted to let you know on social media this summer, we're going to be, we'll be sharing our Loving This Week's.
Yep.
So we would love it if you share your Loving This Week's on that thread.
Right.
If you want to. And then also we're going to add Reading This Week, RTW.
Yep. What we're going to show our reading stack.
A reading stack, if we have one. And then we would love to hear from you, too, about what you're reading, because I always get inspired by other people's reading stack.
Right. And then if you are a Patreon supporter, thank you. We appreciate you so much. You are making this possible for us. We just did a second Patreon episode. It dropped last week. So if you are a Patreon member, that is in your feed. If you're not a Patreon member, you can join and still hear that and hear the other episode we did too. But last week's episode was all about marriage.
Yeah.
So that was really fun to record.
It was so much fun. And we have more to say.
Yeah, I know. We talked for an hour and then we were like, we can keep talking.
No, we didn't get to everything we wanted to.
So we might do a part 2.
Well, marriage is a big topic.
It's a big topic.
Yeah.
And it's one, like you said, we've been kind of holding back. We've been wanting to talk about it, but we just thought Patreon was a good place to do that. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to our main topic this week, which is we'll start with what's going well.
Right.
So, Angela, what's going well for you this week?
Well, okay. So I think it's our second week of summer, kind of. Officially, maybe. And I would say what's going well is most of my kids are in what I'm calling flow.
Nice.
And I don't even know if that's the right word. What I mean by that is they are doing a bunch of things that they're interested in, that they're excited about.
Great.
They're like finding their way to doing that, kind of back to doing that. And I know like during the year they get to do that too. but now
Right,
there's
right.
even more freedom for them to explore some of those things. So I've got a lot of guitar playing going on in my house.
That's awesome.
Often. A lot of like slime making,
Yep.
which, happens during the year too, but it's like on full force right now, the slime making.
Yeah. We've been there.
Yeah.
We've been there. Totally.
Are your kids over that? Over slime?
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
Yeah,
I mean, every once in a while it comes out again, but
yeah, this has been a long interest.
yeah.
So
yeah.
we've got a lot of that going on, a lot of sleeping in, a lot of like, just kind of like, I've noticed them kind of lounging around, maybe reading or doing an app or listening to an audiobook or playing a game or something that really interests them. And it just makes me happy because I just think I am so glad you are like really able to concentrate on the things that fully interest you this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going well.
That
and I
sounds
said
amazing.
that's most of my kids. So
Yeah.
not all.
Not all. Right.
I've got
You
3.
can never. Yeah. It's very rare that everyone would be
I know. Yeah.
doing that. But
So my kid.
That's a dream.
Yeah. I'm really happy for them. My kids are 11, 9, or 11. I'm sorry. Gosh, how old are my kids? 13, 11, and 9.
Yeah.
So if you're new here, that's how old they are. So, and they're
Right.
doing like a lot of social things with friends.
Yeah.
Which is exciting too.
So
I'm happy
fun.
for them.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's just wonderful.
Yeah. What's going well for
Good.
you, Maren?
So we just implemented a new reading program, which I was inspired by yours. I know you storied about it last week on Instagram.
I did.
I am always hesitant to do reading plans for my kids, and especially, I guess, earlier when they were younger, because I didn't have a lot of independent readers, and I was like, how's this ever going to work?
Yeah.
And also, and we can talk about this, I've always been very hesitant to equate reading with prizes or, with outward things, because I just, I just have never really wanted it to be I don't know, I didn't want it to have outward motivations, I guess.
Right. Well, like ideally, they'd want to do it because they really enjoy it and they don't need motivation.
Right. And so, but now that I have enough kids who are independent readers and can sit down with a book for a long time and just read, and I just was thinking, I don't know, I was starting to feel a little frustrated about how our summer even started out, which is my tweak, which we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But like things weren't going super well, and I just thought, oh my goodness, I desperately need something here. Yeah. I need a few things just like to pin down our day. Yeah. Kind of, just some kind of structure. And so we're doing some reading program. It's similar to yours with prizes and things like that. So I laid it out this morning with the kids, and they're super excited about it.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
They all read all morning. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that's
it was great.
They were that excited that they just.
Yeah. And then also I am setting up this program for my 3 older kids. I don't know if it's a program, but like a little incentive program for them to spend time and be nice to their youngest sibling. Because that's been like a big issue with us. Yeah. In the past, in recent months. And there's really no motivation for them to be super nice to their sibling, their youngest sibling, because she's having a really hard time, and you know what I mean. Like it's real hard for both sides to get on the same page. So I just set up a system where I am paying them.
Okay, tell me what you're doing.
Okay, yeah. I should have written down exactly what it was, but I am paying them so they get paid. They get paid if they give her a compliment. Oh. They get paid if they help her do something. They get paid if they hold themselves back from correcting her, which is like a huge, huge one in our house. Yep. And then they also get paid to play and read with her. Wow. And so do you have to manage all that? 50, yeah. But I'm not, unless I notice that somebody's really abusing it, I'm just gonna go with it.
So do they mark down when they've done it?
They're just going to tell me.
Tell you, and you're going to give them 50 cents or
Yeah.
no? Or
Right.
is that what you said? 50 cents?
Yeah. So
that sounds kind of cool. I might need to tweak that for my own kids.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. And it's just, I don't love this outer motivation kind of stuff necessarily, except that I feel like we need to get into a habit before it becomes an inner motivation.
Yes, I agree with that.
Right.
It's, for me, that outer motivation, the rewards, are just to develop the habit, because they might be out of the certain habit of doing whatever you want them to do.
Right. And no, this does not replace us having conversations about how important it is to treat each other lovingly and kindly. Like, that is so important. And we've had those conversations, for years. But I think, with just a little motivation, I think it's hopefully going to help. It already has. People have already been.
Good. Now, does she know? Does your youngest know?
She doesn't know right now, but I might tell her. I mean,
otherwise she's going to be like, what happened?
Yeah, she actually, I did overhear a conversation where an older child asked her like, do you want me to read a book to you? And she's like, is this a prank?
Oh.
I know. So, which made me sad, but also I was like, see, this is why we need to have more positive interactions.
Yeah.
We need more positive interactions.
So do we.
Yeah.
I'm going to be thinking about this idea. That is a great idea.
I'll let you know how it goes. We'll see.
I know.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, Angela, should we move on to tweak?
Yes.
Well, all right. What needs tweaking for you?
Okay. So I think I said this last summer, like all summer long. So I think it's happening again. We have too many appointments. I have too many outer appointments right now. And I'm crossing my fingers that like after this week, they'll be done. So that's probably not going to happen though, because stuff always comes up. But it's really draining for me. And it's just random thing. It's just, we're going to install a basketball hoop. And so we have to call the call before you dig people. And I had to call them and set up an appointment for them. And then we're going out of town in a few weeks, and we got to find somewhere for our dog to go. And so I called this place for our dog, and then he needs another vaccination, so then I got to call the vet and go in for this vaccination. And then,
oh my gosh.
And then I have a few appointments just health related during the week, and dentist, and I don't know, it just seems like, is this summer? Is this what it's gonna be like all summer?
I know,
because I know summer is a quote unquote good time to get stuff done like that, or to get some of these appointments out of the way, but it's just really draining for me. So I am going to try really hard to not have to I don't know, put my appointments in the early morning or late afternoon. I think that would be easier for me, or evening.
Yes.
So it just doesn't take up your whole day in the summer.
I know, exactly.
Because my kids too, they're at that age where they can stay home alone. And then there's a lot of staying home alone. When
I know. I was actually just thinking about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't think it's good for anybody.
Yep.
I mean, I think a little bit of that is okay. And I think some of the stuff is normal home life maintenance kind of stuff that has to happen. But so I'm okay with a little bit of it, but I realize I come home from running all these appointments and I'm so tired. I'm like, you guys, I need a rest. And my kids are ready to go out and do something.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not.
That's what I think. What I've done is, I've very strategically placed these appointments in my life. And then when I come home, I am exhausted and I need an hour away from everybody. And they need me as much as, as I need time away. Ugh. So, it gets so tricky.
It does. So I'm trying to figure out how to best do that. But that is that is something that I am committed to tweaking.
I know. And do you ever wonder, these appointments, this is what I think. These appointments are so good for me. I mean, I need to do them. And yet they also pay, we all pay a price for them too.
Pay a price.
So where's the balance?
Where's the line?
I know. Right.
Yeah.
When does it become more
work
negative than positive?
Yeah. Totally. Are your kids are at the age where they're doing a little bit of staying home alone?
A little bit, yeah.
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 And then that's hard because, I mean, it's great because you don't have to get a babysitter.
Right. Yeah.
It's great. But I also, they're at the age where they're fighting and that's not good either to leave them home alone that much. And they also don't want to come with me to any of these appointments.
No.
I try and get them to.
Sit in a waiting room or something.
I do not want to.
No.
Yeah.
So tough.
Okay, what do you need to tweak, Maren?
Well, I need to tweak. Well, it's kind of the same. It's not about appointments, but really, it's like the rhythm of our day.
Okay,
we have not gotten into a summer rhythm yet.
Okay,
we're kind of flailing, I think, right now.
Right.
And just because, even though we're homeschooling, I just feel like so many things happen at the end of May and beginning of June, and so there's a lot of things disrupted our normal schedule.
Right.
And it has thrown us, it's really thrown us off.
Yeah.
Which surprised me this year. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
Are you talking about like graduations or, stuff like that?
Memorial Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then because of Memorial Day, then all the appointments get squished to the end of the week.
Yeah.
Or, and I just think there's just so many other, I don't know.
Yeah. No,
and
I
then
know.
There are friends who go to school and then now they're done.
Now they're done.
And cousins and there's so much to do now.
Right.
So
yeah.
So yeah, I haven't gotten to sit and like read in the morning. My goal is to go for a walk every morning, like first thing. And I haven't done that yet since probably Memorial Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that.
Right.
And then I just want to walk and I want to read in the morning and I just want a little more calmness to come to our house. So
Right.
yeah.
And so then do you have is that going to be the sign that your day has a good rhythm when you're able to go for a walk and read in the morning, or are there other things
That's a good question
that you would like to see happen too?
Well, I think our reading plan is going to help a lot.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are the kind of things that just kind of tie down your day a little bit. I think there are certain things that are just going to happen every day. We're going to do this reading. I'm uncertain about reading out loud in the mornings. My 3 younger kids all get up the same time as they always have all year, but my oldest doesn't get up, now until after 9:00 normally. And so I don't know, do I read a book to just the younger 3 kids in the morning and then do something? Then I really want to read with her though. I know. Yeah. I feel like the older our kids get, the easier it is to just say, well, they can read on their own.
They're older.
Now.
Yeah.
But I do not want. I know. Don't want to do that ever.
I know.
So I am unsure about how that's all gonna work out. But I still do want to read.
Yeah.
This morning I just put on an audiobook for everybody to listen to because there was too much talking. Everybody was talking to me and
yeah.
I just turned on an audiobook and I was like, shh, everyone.
Yeah, I know what you mean too, because my older 2 are, sleeping in.
Yeah.
And so I feel like as soon as the last child gets up, then I'm like, okay, and now I want to read.
I know.
But that doesn't always happen because the other ones might be into something or it might be time to go somewhere or whatever. So there's not a good time for that.
Right.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. You know what I should probably do is bedtime. I hate that.
I know. I was thinking that too. Well, our kids are all happy to stay up later these days too, for sure. Sean and I were thinking that we would make this plan. We're going to make this plan for the summer too, that he and I are done at 9:00, like parenting. We're done putting kids to bed. And if you want me to tuck you in, it has to be before 9:00. If it's after 9, you're kind of on your own. Yeah. Because we need time. We need time. Yeah. To ourselves. So. Yeah. And they can come and get us if they need something, but we're not going to go up and go, get up and
put help anybody in the bed.
Yeah. We're not going to do that kind of stuff. We're just. Right. You can come and refer to us if you need something, but. Yeah. That's good. We're going to be watching something on the couch together. So.
On the couch.
Yeah.
Oh, I was picturing in your room.
Oh, we usually watch something on our couch.
Oh, interesting. It's not how I pictured it. Oh, okay. So your kids are like, what if they're still in the living room hanging out? Are you telling them it's time for bed?
No, they need to, they're
Yeah.
no, they're not in the living room at night.
Oh, okay.
They should be in their beds, but they might not be.
Yeah.
They're very likely
Because they're
not.
like getting up. My kids will be like, it's bedtime. I put everybody to bed, and then they start trickling into the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? Making something.
Just gonna grab a snack.
Yeah, and my kids want to make a snack. I'm like, no, I just finished cleaning up your snack from earlier.
Exactly.
So it's bedtime. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just it's a transition time. I feel like we're kind of in a little bit of a transition time. It takes a while. How long does this take?
Probably till like
remember?
August, and then
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to self-care check-in.
Sounds good.
Angela, how's it going for you?
Okay, I think, it's funny because I feel like I have a lot of different things I'd like to do for self-care, and I can never do them all at the same time. Like, I'm never, great with all of them. So I would say in the past week or two, I haven't really been reading much. But I've been going for walks.
Yeah.
So I like to go for a walk. Kind of like you. I'm going to go first thing in the morning.
Good.
Unless I go to Pilates. I've been going to Pilates now. Been going to Pilates.
Way to go.
Twice a week. It's usually early morning. So either I go to Pilates or I go for a walk.
Very nice.
That's what I want to do. Because I like to get up early and it's just a good time of day.
Yeah. It's not my favorite
Oh.
time of day, but it's the quietest time around here, so it's easy. It's the best time for me to go. Yeah.
Yeah. But I would like to be doing other things. Like I'd like to have some rituals like you, like sit down and read at a certain time. I am not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like doing it before bed until I fall asleep, which is pretty quickly.
Yeah. I cannot read before bed.
Yeah, because you fall asleep.
It's just, well, for me, reading is not super relaxing. Well, I mean, I do get tired reading if it's the end of the day. I do get tired, but it also just takes effort for me to read.
Yeah,
it just does. So it's like the last thing I want to do at the end of the I just don't want to do that at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah. So I would say the part of my self-care is going well, part is not.
Right.
If I'm just judging it on those things.
Better than nothing.
Sleep. I should talk about sleep.
Yes.
I would like to get. I've been going to bed at an okay hour, but I wake up a lot in the middle of the night.
Do you? Why?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Oh wow.
And sometimes I don't. Like seasons of my life, I don't. So I want to figure out what that is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that tracks your sleep?
No.
Yeah, me either. But
I'd be too scared to get that.
Why?
Because it's going to say, you woke up 20 times.
Oh, yeah. I know.
And you got 3 hours of sleep.
Don't you want to know?
No. I think I'd be so, discouraged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to know that?
I do want to know. I want to know.
How come?
Because then I can find a way to help myself sleep better if I need to.
I feel like one thing that's hurts my sleep is that I drink a lot of water.
Oh,
between 6 and 8 p.m.
Yeah.
and I
drink water.
If I have to go to the bathroom at all, there's anything in my bladder, I have to get up and go. I don't know why. It's just a thing I have. And so if I'm laying there, I have to get up and go. So I think if I can concentrate on drinking earlier in the day, I think that would help.
Yeah.
Okay, Marin, how is your self-care going?
Kind of the same. I mean, I think because our rhythm as a family is off. You know, I haven't been walking as much, or I don't know. All those things that I really like to do for myself, reading, those kind of things, just haven't been in place lately. So I need that. I know I need that. Also, I have been taking care of myself in a lot of ways. I go to the chiropractor weekly right now because of my back. But I asked my chiropractor, do you think massage would help at all?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, here, we'll give you a referral. So they're going to, so I'm going to go get massages this whole month for a month.
So nice. At your chiropractic place? Or a different
no. But
okay.
it is going to get paid for.
That's nice.
which is great for, so weekly, which is, I know, it seems like luxurious, except that I need it.
No,
I really do.
Not luxurious. It's important.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm
That's
very
great.
excited about that. I know. So
You should have done that earlier.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it. So
but good job for starting now.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I do feel better after I'm on this kind of like anti-inflammatory diet.
Oh, are you feeling better?
I feel better now. I mean, overall health-wise, I feel better. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
So I think it's been good for my body. So yeah.
That's kind of too bad though, because I mean, it's good that you're feeling better, but also it's like,
it was actually those foods that I really like to eat. Yeah.
Guess I'm gonna have to keep eating like this.
I know it.
Yeah.
Well, you know how Gretchen Rubin talks about some people are abstainers.
Yeah.
And some people are moderators.
Yeah.
Is that what she says?
Yeah.
And I am definitely a moderator because I think it's my rebelness or whatever. Like as soon as I cannot eat something,
you're like,
rebel against. Oh no.
Yeah.
Whereas my husband, like Sean, is more like, oh good, I like those limits. That makes me feel like safe. I can't eat that anymore. Just not going to.
Yep.
Or whatever. So I know that at some point I will incorporate some unhealthy things in a moderate way.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can't right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Anything else for your self-care?
I
mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Right?
Yeah. You're doing a good job.
I know. We all are.
Just got to get that rhythm going.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Yep.
All right, let's move on to our listener question. This comes from Bethany. I would love to know how you all handle bored kids. My 8-year-old is going through an I'm bored phase, and I keep saying in my head, boredom's a gift, boredom's a gift. But I tend to start faulting myself. So maybe I should be playing with her instead of cleaning, or I really should be setting up more friend time, or I haven't taught her how to be bored yet.
Right. Oh my gosh.
I was chuckling a little because I say boredom's a gift. Boredom's a gift, but really it's sometimes just does not feel that way.
I love it when your kids come up to you and say they're bored and you get a big smile on your face. You're like, ooh, something good's about to happen.
Yeah. They laugh now. They're like, no, Mom, I'm really bored.
No, seriously.
Stop that. I'm bored. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard. Do you have any great answers, Maren?
Well, I think it's okay for kids to be bored, number one.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for kids to be bored. Then they have to start thinking and using their brain. And I know it's not fun for everyone.
Right, because like it'd be
bored,
fine if they were bored just hanging out by themselves. I could handle that. But when they're bored bugging you about how bored they are?
Or bugging their siblings and then they start fighting.
Yeah, then that's not good.
No. So I mean, I don't know if I have any like systematic things because I'm not really a systematic person necessarily, but I do like to prepare my environment. I think that's one of my favorite things to do. And I think, what are my kids interested in doing right now? And I try to fill up the house with creative things that they can do. Yeah. Things that are very open-ended.
Okay.
So that, and I mean, I think games are great, but they can last 20 minutes and then what? You know what I mean? But I think, like blocks, that could be an all day project.
Right.
So that's why, I don't know. I just think of those things where, my son really loves to build and I don't know, kind of make things that it's a little bit like engineering or something, but so I try to get those kind of tools out for him. And then the other kids kind of do it too, because it's there.
Yeah.
And I think this does not have to be expensive or complicated. Blank paper and markers and a few art supplies goes a long way. I mean, it really does. It goes a long way. Audiobooks.
Yeah, we love audiobooks.
Yep.
Yep.
You're like, yeah.
Yep. That's a big one.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. How about you?
I would say I'm a little different than you, so I'm
Mhm.
going to give a different side here. I try and do all that open-ended stuff,
Mhm.
and some of my two children who are never bored latch onto that independent stuff real easily.
Mhm.
And then I have one child who's always bored, who's like, when I suggest the independent stuff, like, why don't you play with blocks? No. Why don't you play with the art supplies? No. Why don't you read this book I got? No. And everything is a big no to what I suggest.
Yeah.
And so what I did today, this is what I do when it gets bad. Is I just make them do something. I just
Yeah.
make them. And
Yeah.
so, okay. Like I wholeheartedly believe that being bored is great and they should find their own things to do when they're
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, I can't handle it. 'Cause
Right.
it's too much for me, either the fighting or the bugging me about it. So then I gotta force something on them.
Right.
And so I will say, like today, before we were recording, my kids, I could tell they were getting itchy
Mhm.
and the fighting was gonna start happening
Yeah.
because they were all kind of a little bit bored. And so I said, okay, this is what we're gonna do when I'm recording. You are gonna play 3 games together. You each pick
That's so
one.
great.
What's your game? What's your game and your game? Okay, you're going to play those 3 games while I'm recording. That's what you're
so
doing.
Great.
And then there was grumbling, and they were
Yeah.
like, well, but I was really looking forward to finally getting to do this or whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. You
Yep.
know, you had the morning to do that stuff.
Yep.
And now this is what you're doing now.
Yeah.
You're going to do this together. So, I don't know.
That's so good. I mean, once they get a taste of like having to do things,
Yeah.
then it's not as fun to, complain to your parents.
Say you're bored.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't say they're bored if they don't like it.
Right.
My husband's big. Oh, go ahead.
I also made an extra chores chart for the summer.
Yeah.
So if you want to earn some money, here's some extra chores you can do. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
another thing
good.
you can do if you're bored.
I was going to say Jeremy's big thing. If anybody ever tells him he's bored, he puts him to work.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're bored? Okay, I'm going to give you a job to do. Oh, no, wait, I'm not bored anymore.
Yeah.
And I should do that. I forget. And then also, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be managing that chore.
Yeah.
I want to be a little bit more hands off, but I got to remember to assign chores.
That is
Yeah.
so interesting. You know what's so funny? I just thought of this. Like, last year, I think my kids were super into just bike riding, just up and
Oh.
down our street. No
Yep.
big deal. They're just totally not into it this year, and
That's
I don't
interesting.
understand. So that's why I feel like there's sometimes when you're like, when our kids are bored, and you're like really trying to push something.
Yeah.
And they're just like, no.
Nope.
I mean, I don't know what else you can do, except I think the more I try to push it, the less they want to do it too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even
And
if
I
I
think-
mention something to somebody, sometimes that already has turned them off to
Right.
it.
I feel like sometimes they just want to say that they're bored. And so maybe they're looking for something else, like looking for a little bit more
Yeah.
connection or something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anything I suggest is not,
Right.
it just gets a big no. So I have to
Yes.
think about what's really behind that. But a lot of times I don't have time for that.
Right.
So it's a challenge.
It's so true. I think my goal with this is for my kids to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah. What are they interested in?
Yeah. And
What
but
excites
that's a huge skill though, and I don't
Yeah.
think we can expect it of kids to be very proficient at that.
Right.
I mean, we have a hard time as adults figuring out what we want to do in our spare time
Right,
sometimes,
right.
or we choose not the greatest things sometimes to do in our
Yeah,
spare time too.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Another thing I could do that I should do, probably do, and I've done this before, is brainstorm a big list. When they're
Yeah.
not bored,
yes,
at another time, let's brainstorm a big list of things that you like doing,
yeah,
that then if you ever feel bored, you can look at your list.
that's so good.
Yeah.
That is so great.
Yeah. So I hope that helps, Bethany.
I put together a folder for each
Mhm.
kid for the summer, and it has
Oh.
it's going to have their reading plan in it.
Okay.
And then also the extra chores chart is in there.
Oh,
And maybe I should put if you're bored,
yeah.
do these things.
If you're
or
bored.
Ideas.
Yeah. That's a great
to
idea.
put in there. They can just go grab that.
Where do you have that folder?
Well, they each have a cubby.
Oh, in their cubby.
Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to loving this week.
Yep. Angela.
Okay.
What are you loving this week?
I am loving a show on Netflix called
Great.
My Next Guest Needs No Introduction
Oh yes.
with David Letterman.
Love it.
Yeah. And so this is just David Letterman interviewing people.
Yeah.
Basically, with a live audience.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about it is I feel like you and I have talked about this before and you kind of disagreed with me. I feel like he's more sensitive
Yeah.
than he was
Yeah.
in his show.
Well, did you see him at the end of his show? Like
Maybe
when
I didn't.
Okay, because I feel like earlier on he was less sensitive, and I think he kind of
Oh.
became maybe a little more
Okay.
towards the
Okay.
end. But
Okay.
yeah.
I don't know. I was just really like drawn to him as
Mhm.
an interviewer because I feel like he really cares about
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
I don't know, cares about the people he's interviewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't seen all of them yet. I think there's maybe 6 or 7 episodes out, but I did see he interviewed Barack Obama, which was really good.
Yeah. We watched that one
Did we watch that together?
Yeah.
Did we? Okay, yeah. And then he interviewed George Clooney,
Mm-hmm.
which was also really good.
I don't think I saw that
um,
one.
Did you see that one? Oh, it was really good.
No.
And then Jeremy and I just watched, he interviewed Howard Stern,
Oh yeah.
which was really good.
I'm
which
surprised.
I don't even really know / like Howard Stern.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I was like, I don't really want to watch this one. This
Yeah.
is, like, it didn't interest me. But then
Right.
it was so good because
Really.
just Howard Stern himself was
Yeah.
so interesting as a
Wow.
person, and like how he's grown and changed as he's gotten older.
Wow.
And I thought it was so good.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Did
you see
and
the one
then
with Tina Fey? Yeah.
Yes, that was a good one too. I really like that one.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple more that I can't wait to watch.
Oh,
So,
good.
I think it's perfect because it's like, less than an hour.
Right.
It's not like a commitment of a movie, and
it's
I don't
not a
know.
whole series, so you can just watch one whenever you want.
right, and it appeals to both Jeremy and I. So
Yeah. That's a big
that's always
deal.
good.
Mhm.
Oh, and he did one with Jerry Seinfeld, which was good too.
Oh, great.
Did you see that one?
I can't remember if I saw that one or not.
It was a bonus episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just it was a little shorter, and it
Okay.
was supposed to be Jerry interviewing David Letterman.
Oh, really?
Which was kind of both of them together.
Okay. Okay. I don't think I saw that one.
Just talking. yeah.
Can't wait.
Anyway, so really good. Maren, what are you loving this week?
So I'm loving a new summer drink, which I shared with you. So it's basically you want to get Spindrift, which is a sparkling water, but it's got a little extra flavor than a normal sparkling
Then
water.
a LaCroix.
Than a LaCroix, yeah. It's got a little more fruit in it. Juice, yeah.
Okay.
And then, I pour it over ice.
You take the ice, you pour the Spindrift over.
Yes.
Okay.
Pour the Spindrift over it. And then I usually put a little bit of my Vital Proteins protein powder in there.
Collagen powder.
Collagen powder. Yes. Collagen peptides is what it's called.
Oh yeah,
on the
collagen peptides.
whatever. Anyway,
Yep.
and then some nut pods.
Yeah.
Which is what that was one of my loving this week's maybe
long
like a
time
year
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an almond milk creamer can be for anything, coffee, tea, or whatever. So
Yeah.
I just pour that on top, mix it up, and it tastes like an Italian soda.
It does.
It's so good.
I've had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw this on somebody's Instagram stories.
Yes.
We both saw it. And I have not tried it with the Spindrift because I only have LaCroix.
Yeah, and I've used LaCroix with it, and it's great with LaCroix too, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just feels special.
It does.
Feels like a special drink.
I like it with the lemon flavored nut pods because I feel like then it tastes like like more of a like an orange creamsicle.
Yeah, I bet. Now, I don't have that kind, but that's what I think it was. Okay, so the person on Instagram was called her handle is Inexact Science.
Yep.
Yeah. So
she's the social media manager for the Whole30.
For the Whole30, yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So, and she did suggest that.
Yeah.
That kind of nut pods.
Oh, the lemon.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's lemon vanilla, right? It's lemon vanilla.
So.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that doesn't sound very good. Which is why I was like, all right, I'm going to try it. And then it was very good.
Yeah. And I have only used original and French vanilla nut pods.
Gotcha.
So, but still great. I love it.
Yeah. It's nice to have a drink when you can't have sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Or anything caffeine or anything good.
Yeah.
So to find something that actually tastes good. I know. Jeremy was like, what is that thing that you're drinking? I was like, it's my new drink. Do you want some? He's like, no.
No.
I don't want that.
Well, it's great. My kids are all drinking it. They're loving it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Generous of you. Really generous.
To share my stuff with them.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you everybody for listening. You can find us on social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram at Homeschool Unrefined. You can also go to our website, which is homeschoolunrefined.com, and you can find links to everything that we talked about there. So we will see you next week.
Thanks for listening. Homeschool Unrefined was created by Maren Gorse and Angela Sizer. Thanks to Gambler's Daughter for providing the music for our show. You can find Gambler's Daughter at facebook.com/gamblersdaughtermusic.